Black Sabbath is widely credited with popularizing the heavy metal sound that most of us know and love to this day. I may very well not be sitting here talking to you about rock and metal if it weren't for the musical contributions of Black Sabbath. The band members no doubt have a lot of history together dating back to their formation in 1967. Unfortunately, though, as we've previously talked about, Ozzy Osbourne and bassist Geezer Butler are no longer on speaking terms. Geezer revealed that in his book earlier this year. He said it was a falling out between the two musicians' wives that led to them not speaking anymore. And now Ozzy Osbourne, in a new interview with Rolling Stone UK, is calling Geezer Butler an asshole because he says he hasn't heard from him at all since he's been dealing with these excruciating health issues that have prevented him from performing over the last several years. It has truly been difficult for Ozzy, and he's been upset that he hasn't heard from Geezer. But now we have a response just in from Geezer Butler replying to Ozzy and saying that some of what he's saying is false. He claims he has tried to reach out to Ozzy. Some interesting details in his statement that he just released. But first, here's what Ozzy had to say. First, Ozzy told them, "I'm getting pissed off reading the papers, and they're saying things like, Ozzy's fighting his last battle. He sung his last Paranoid, you know? I don't even think about Parkinson's that much," he says, of this neurological condition. He says, "Every time I scratch my arse, they put it down to Parkinson's." He goes on, though, to say, "You find out who is a genuine friend when you've been through what I have. Tony Iommi has been so supportive of me since my illness, but then the mood in the room suddenly shifts," the reporter wrote. "Geezer Butler hasn't given me one effing phone call, not one effing call." He continues, "When his son was effing born, I phoned him every effing night, even though we were at war with each other, Black Sabbath and me, and after his firing. I thought, F it, he's my mate, I'm going to call him, but from him, not one call. It's sad, man. We all grew up together, and he can't even pick up the phone like a man and see how I'm doing. Even Bill Ward has been in touch with me. I said some things about Bill, and I don't know why I said it, but when I came through my illness, he contacted me. He said, I'm not in shock. I'm just very effing sad that he can't just call me after all this time and say, how you doing, effing asshole?" He says, "Why did they have a fallout in the first place?" the reporter asked. He says, "His wife and my wife had a falling out. But that's got nothing to do with me. Are you really going to hide behind your wife's skirt because of that?" So some very strong words there from Ozzy Osbourne, who feels, I guess, betrayed by his lifelong friend, Geezer Butler, not reaching out to him with those excruciating health issues he's been dealing with. But now, just moments ago, we have a response from Geezer Butler, who rarely weighs in on these sort of things, who said he felt the need to respond to correct the record. He says he actually has tried to reach out to Ozzy Osbourne. This is exactly what he said. Geezer Butler shared this post on his Instagram a short time ago. He wrote, "Rumor has it, Ozzy's upset, saying he never received my get well messages. I made 2 different attempts at getting in touch during his illnesses. My first email, February 8th, 2019, went through his office because I didn't have Ozzy's new number to text him. Sharon responded, but I didn't hear back from Ozzy. 11 months later, January 21st, 2020, I emailed Sharon to check on Oz. That email went unanswered. I don't want to engage in a tit for tat. Having made 2 attempts to wish Ozzy well without a reply, figured it's best to privately keep him in my thoughts." It certainly seems as though Ozzy is totally unaware of Geezer's efforts to contact him and why that message wasn't necessarily relayed from Sharon, or maybe she did and Ozzy forgot. But Geezer really seems like he wants to talk to Ozzy, and quite frankly, nothing bad in his response there. Hopefully, though, this can lead to the two reconnecting. It sounds like Ozzy wants to hear from him, and this is actually kind of a nice situation that could be cleared up with Geezer getting in contact with Ozzy, or Ozzy getting in contact with Geezer. And he definitely seems like he tried to contact Ozzy, just didn't get through. So hopefully this leads to them reestablishing communication. Y'all, that is your latest update from Rockfeed here. Be sure to hit that subscribe button for the latest news and updates.